All right, everybody. Here we are. Here, it's so terrible. We're learning about Easter. I didn't know that Easter was so bad, but I guess I shouldn't say it's bad. I guess we're going to find out what's happening right now. Jesus has been arrested. He's walking with a cross. A man by the name of Simon is helping him with the cross. Oh, I don't know what to think. Oh, he's in so much trouble. Let's find out what's happening.
They offered Jesus wine to drink mixed with gall, but after tasting it, he refused to drink it. When they crucified him, they divided up his clothes by casting lots, and sitting down, they kept watch over him. Above his head, they placed a written charge against him. This is the King of the Jews. 2 rebels were crucified with him, one on his right, one on his left. Those who passed by hurled insults at him, shaking their heads and saying, "You are going to destroy the temple and build it in 3 days. Save yourself. Come down off the cross if you are the Son of God." In the same way, the chief priests, teachers of the law, and elders mocked him. "He saved others," they said, "but he can't save himself. He is the King of Israel. Let him come down from the cross, and we will believe in him. He trusted in God. Let God rescue him now, if he wants. For he said, 'I am the Son of God.'" In the same way, the rebels who were crucified with him also hurled insults on him. From noon until 3 in the afternoon, darkness came across the land. About 3 in the afternoon, Jesus cried in a loud voice, "Eli, Eli," which means, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Some of those standing there heard this. They said, "He's calling for Elijah." Immediately, one of them ran a sponge, and they got a sponge. They filled it with wine vinegar, put it on a staff, and offered it to Jesus. The rest said, No, leave him alone. Let's see if Elijah comes to save him." And when Jesus cried out in a loud voice again, he gave up his spirit. At that moment, the curtain of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. The earth shook, the rock split, and the tombs broken open. The bodies of many holy people who died were raised to life. They came out of the tombs after Jesus' resurrection and went into the holy city and appeared to many people. When the centurion and those who were guarding Jesus saw the earthquake and all that had happened, they were terrified and exclaimed, "Surely this was the Son of God." Many women there were watching from a distance. They followed Jesus from Galilee to care for his needs. Among them were Mary of Magdalene, Mary, the mother of James and Joseph, and the mother of the sons of Zebedee. As evening approached, there was a rich man from Arimathea named Joseph. He had himself a disciple. He had become himself a disciple of Jesus. Going to Pilate, he asked for the body of Jesus, and Pilate ordered that it be given to him. Joseph took the body, wrapped it in clean linen cloth, and placed it in his own new tomb that he cut out of the rock. He rolled the big stone in front of the entrance of the tomb and went away. Mary Magdalene and Mary were sitting opposite of the tomb. The next day, one of the days of preparation, the chief priests and the Pharisees went to Pilate. "Sir," they said, "we remember while he was still alive that he was a deceiver. After 3 days, I will rise again." So they ordered the tomb be made secure that whole day. Otherwise, his disciples may come and steal the body and tell people that he has risen from the dead. The last deception will be the worse than the first. "Take a guard," Pilate answered. "Go make certain that the tomb is secured." So they went and made sure the tomb was secured by putting a seal or stone or rolling a big rock to make sure it was secured and posting a guard.
After the Sabbath, at the dawn of the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to look at the tomb. There was a violent earthquake, for an angel of the Lord came down from heaven and going to the tomb, rolled back the stone and sat on it. He appeared like lightning, or he appeared like lightning, and his clothes were white as snow. The guards were so afraid of him that they shook and they became like dead men because they were scared. They were shaking like that. The angel of the Lord, or the angel, said to the women, "Don't be afraid, for I know you are looking for Jesus, who was crucified. He is not here. He has risen, just as he said. Come and see the place where he lay. Then go quickly and tell his disciples, he is risen from the dead and is going ahead of them into Galilee. There you will see him. Now I have told you." So the women hurried from the tomb, and yet they were filled with joy and ran to his disciples. Suddenly Jesus met them. "Greetings," he said. They came to him, they clasped his feet and worshipped him. Rather, they fell at his feet and worshipped him. Then Jesus said to them, "Don't be afraid. Go tell my brothers and go to Galilee." Well, he said, tell my brothers to go to Galilee. There they will see me. Hello, everybody. I'm Pastor Mike, and I'm here to tell you that we have to get the children and our good friend, Youth Pastor Emmanuel, out of Nigeria. Well, they'll be coming home very soon. But as you learn, Jesus had to suffer, but his godly suffering was met with a reward. When God calls us to a purpose in life, That means God has a plan for our life, and we follow that plan. There can be suffering. Jesus suffered, but God rewarded him. What did God reward him with? Life. Jesus' suffering meant there was life after death, and that death was not the final thing. It did not conquer Jesus. It won't conquer you when you accept Jesus as a part of your life. Now, I want you to know godly suffering is something that Jesus did because he followed God's plan. Jesus even wanted to know if it was okay that God would stop this plan because Jesus knew that he was going to suffer many things. But Jesus went through it anyway. And because he did, God rewarded him. I hope you guys have a great Easter and continue watching as we continue to learn more about Pentecost and other things too. Have a great day, guys.